defense is now cross-examining Cassie Ventura. There are a lot of people in the courtroom confused about why the prosecutors obsess over domestic violence that isn't really related to the crimes for which Diddy is charged. She laid out a lot of criminal conduct, but it's state criminal conduct. And the question is, how do prosecutors close the loop on bringing it back to the counts that he's facing in this federal trial?
Justin Bieber, he has the biggest bong. He's like smirking.
He's literally just laughing at all the people who are concerned about it.
But like Haley confronted him and was like, hey, we have a kid now. Like, you have to stop smoking weed.
Weed is not an impediment to parenting.
When you smoke weed, don't you get a head change?
I'm different, but in a more brilliant way.
I would hope so.
Honestly.
Joe Jonas seems to have a new love interest in his life. He was on a 3-hour date.
Joe Jonas went through a very public, nasty divorce. Does she say, you know, I heard about this?
No.
I think it came up.
Of course it came up.
Harvey, you think she brings up, so you're accused of kidnapping?
Chris Brown has international issues after being arrested in Manchester for a 2-year-old Warren.
Chris Brown went over there for a tour. Clearly, he didn't know that he was about to be, you know.
Can you outrun the law like that? I got a parking fine in America and they found my Australian address. Did you pay it or you said, no, I'm still not paying it?
This is going to go up and up and up and up.
At some point, they'll like start seizing stuff.
They'll take away your boomerangs. They'll take away everything.
Cassie Ventura, now under cross-examination in the Diddy case. So far, she's testified to some pretty damning stuff, but
There are a lot of people in court who think the star witness, Cassie Ventura, has not been as damaging to Diddy as we expected. Most of her testimony has been about domestic violence.
But he's not charged with beating her. He is not charged with rape. To prove the counts of sex trafficking,
You got to show this force or coercion that pushed her into doing various sexual acts. They rarely try to close that loop.
Isn't the fear that she lived in created the coercion?
That's exactly the point, that it's the fear that she had in her head.
She testified that during their first freak-off, she felt dirty and humiliated. 2 years after that first freak-off, she texted Diddy, always ready to freak off. It's hard to say that he was aware that she felt those negative feelings about the freak-off.
Cassie did testify on occasions Diddy was angry at her. He would threaten to release videos of their freak-offs to destroy her career. She said she went along with the freak-offs out of fear of that. However,
she's never testified squarely that he would release the freak-off videos unless she did another freak-off.
But isn't that implied? A jury could. So the idea the jury is going to pick up on these picayune distinctions.
Juries do that.
Wouldn't a reasonable person be scared that he's going to do it if you don't listen to him?
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
No, it's not.
It isn't.
Maybe she's the star witness in that she has painted the picture of what Diddy really was like. Now they're seeing him as a monster. As far as closing the loop on the crimes, on the counts that he's facing, we've still got 7 weeks. You're right.
it ain't over till the jury sings, so stay tuned.
A music legend is making a highly anticipated return to music after 10 years breaking the internet.
Okay.
Hilary Duff is back.
I actually love that.
That's a good one.
Lizzie McGuire, dude.
Her husband posted a picture on Instagram of her in a recording studio, and then it just came out that she signed to CAA. So millennial pop music is back.
Awesome.
The early 2000s are back.
Harvey, could you have been more disappointed with the punchline to that pitch?
Yeah.
You and me both.
Come on, she had some good songs.
Lizzie McGuire's alive.
Hilary Duff is the reason I got married because she was going on Tinder and she was actually taking dates. So Daniel signed up to Tinder to find Hilary Duff, and then he found me.
Ended up with you.
What a lucky guy!
You think you're going to Neiman's, end up in Marshall.
I'm not rocking with a lot of this AI stuff, but AI on Wix, now that's a vibe. Now this whole flow is a conversation. So your words actually build.
And now it's Harry and Meghan in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Another exiled British-American couple. Cheerio, no you didn't.
Amidst all the new Beckham family feud, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry invited Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz to a dinner party.
No way!
I love this.
Yes, Megxit meet Bexit.
King Charles has refused to speak to Harry, has cut Harry and Meghan out of his life. David Beckham has cut his son Brooklyn out of his life.
And it was all because of a random American girl.
It's all the same.
Plus, there are rumors of a feud between Harry and Meghan and David and Victoria, who used to be great friends.
So if he's like siding with Brooklyn, that is a dig.
Where did they go? At Exile in Montecito?
Pretty much.
No, it's not a place. I made that up.
Although it would be a great restaurant name. When you're here, it's because you can't be with your family.
They're apparently saying, though, that this was all a coincidence. Coincidence?
But it was at Harry and Meghan's house.
I don't think that Harry and Meghan themselves reached out to them personally.
It was a huge event. It wasn't an intimate dinner, you guys.
They had to sign off on the invite. You're my assistant, right?
Right.
If there's a knock at my door and Derek shows up for dinner and you just invited him and didn't tell me, you'd be in trouble.
And I'm not leaving. I am there, dude. Once I'm in your doors, good luck.
He's your roommate now. Happy Exile dinner party, you four! Toodles!
So the new Final Destination movie comes out this week. And
Another Final Destination?
I know. I mean, they've got a ton. So there's a famous scene in one of the movies where there's a big truck carrying the logs.
Oh yes.
And then it you know, impales the guy in his car.
Can I tell you, I always worry about that.
So a lot of people do because of the movie, and they're leaning into it. This is their ad, and it's just
A logging truck with Final Destination stickers on the side.
That's great marketing.
That's great. That's a great
because Siobhan
ad.
says she thinks about that every time she drives behind one of
I
them.
always think about that.
But the driver's like hamming it up and stuff. It's like, dude, watch the road.
And now Shia LaBeouf and Timothy Chalamet in the most alarming